Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Jeff and today we are going to have some fun playing Magic. And what we're trying to do today is we're playing Goblin Calamity. So Cavalcade of Calamity, the namesake card here, whenever a creature you control with power 1 or less attacks, Cavalcade of Calamity deals 1 damage to player or planeswalker that creature is attacking. So if we swing in with a Fanatical Firebrand, it'll immediately do 1 point of damage and then it'll hit in for the 1 point of damage that Fanatical Firebrand has on it. If it gets blocked, we still get some damage through. So this is a great way to be putting a lot more pressure on when you build wide and they still have blockers, enough blockers to get rid of not that much damage. Anyway, so Cavalcade of Calamity is an amazing card for this. It does stack up, so if you have 2 or 3 of them out, you can do so much damage with just a couple of creatures, like our Goblin Instigator, which creates 2, like our Krenko, whenever it swings in, it creates 2 more goblins, and it also does 1 point of damage the first time it goes through. After that, it won't work for the Cavalcade of Calamity, but it'll still create lots of tokens which will do damage. Same thing with Legion War Boss creating its token, Siege Gate Commander. So we are only running 20 lands in the stack, so getting to things like Siege Gate Commander a little bit harder, except we do have our Skirk Prospector, which can sacrifice a goblin to get red to get up to our bigger things that are just a little bit more value. This can also fling damage at face to make sure that we can get in those last points of damage. If we don't hit our Siege Gate Commander, it is only a two part here. We do also have Heartfire, which does 4 damage for flinging a goblin at face, and it is just so good. But we do also want to make sure that we can actually find our Cavalcade of Calamity, because our deck is pretty good without it, but it's amazing with it. So we do have 2 copies of Light at this stage. I didn't want to bring in too much card draw because we want to make sure that we are still very aggressive. We're trying to kind of throw everything at face, and I didn't want to have too many pieces of card draw that didn't allow for the fun things that I wanted to fit into this deck, like 3 copies of Krenko rather than like 1 or 2 if we had more light up the stages, or risk factors, things like that. And so I didn't want to be too much like mono red, so that's the reason why I'm not putting as much of that stuff in there. Clamor Shaman, amazing. Whenever it attacks, target creature opponent controls can't block this turn, so it works really well with our Cavalcade of Calamity. Make sure that they can't block, especially with a life linker or something like that, and it still does trigger the Cavalcade of Calamities. And that's pretty much the deck. 1 mobilized district in here to make sure that we still have a body on the board after a board wipe or something like that, that can get in for 3 points of damage, which can very often finish out the game. So let's go ahead and get into the gameplay, see how this goes, and wish me luck.
Before we jump into the gameplay, a quick thanks to Fusion Gaming for sponsoring this video. Be sure to head over to FusionGamingOnline.com for all your Magic the Gathering needs. Check the link in the description below.
All right, up against Mers, bring it on Mers. And we are playing Goblin Calamity. And this is pretty good. It's a little bit awkward. No, actually, this is pretty much what we want. Yeah, this will be good. Cavalcade of Calamity. We're hoping we don't have a lot of early game damage is the biggest issue, which sometimes we have a hard time finishing out games if we don't get them down 5 points of damage early on. But if they're going to do it for us, perfect. So let's go ahead and Cavalcade of Calamity now. We might have gone for Goblin Instigator instead. I worried about a Spell Pierce, I guess. I was worried about counters other places. Let's see if they have a Spell Pierce or a Shock. All right, there's an Opt. So Cavalcade comes down. We swing in for 2. Down to 16 past the turn. We have Legion War Boss and Krenko. I'm debating if we want to go for Legion War Boss first. I'm feeling like this deck's going to have a lot of like cheap removal, which does hurt us quite a bit. Goblin Instigator's fun. Legion War Boss is just really powerful because it creates a token every turn that is immediately attacking. Let's see what they're going to play. Augur of Bolas. All right. Perfect. We will get down Legion War Boss now to make sure that we have at least some damage coming in. So let's go ahead and Legion War Boss. And next, attack in here. They're just going to block with Augur of Bolas. I didn't want to lose my Skirk Prospector because we can still chain off some really cool plays, even though we have lots of mana. We have to swing in with Legion War Boss. And let's pass the turn. The nice thing too about Skirk Prospector is when we have lots of tokens going out, we can then sack some of the tokens to play like a Heartfire or something after swinging in. All right, there's a Lava Coil. It doesn't really matter to us if it exiles. We could sack it to Skirk Prospector to make sure it didn't get exiled, but we don't have anything that will bring it back. All right, let's go ahead and play Krenko. And pass the turn. We could have upgraded Skirk Prospector to a Goblin Instigator, but I think this will be fine. Hopefully this doesn't die. I have a feeling it will. Chart, of course. All right, does not have burn or any removal right now. Maybe they're holding on to a shock. Gets rid of an Arclight Phoenix. Okay. Ooh, we get to swing in with Krenko, and we absolutely will. All right, swing with Krenko. Get one hit with Cavalcade of Calamity. We're hoping they don't have Fiery Cannonade. That is, of course, really bad for us. Lightning Strike. I kind of want to wait and see if we can put more damage face towards face. Let's go ahead and pass the turn. This is a wizard, so there's a possibility they're playing like Wizard's Lightning. So maybe striking it could be useful. I don't think so. Yeah, radical idea. Looking for that fourth land, it looks like, so then they can maybe get out some more spells to get that back in Arclight Phoenix, and opponent scoops it up. We just had too much of a board, didn't have an answer for Krenko, gonna get out of control, and that was amazing. Love it. All right, up against Omerta. Bring it on, Omerta. And, sorry, I always have the weirdest accents with that. Let's go ahead and keep this. This is a lot of 1-drops, which that's what we want to do, is get out a lot of creatures and then get down a Calamity. Let's go ahead and Skirk Prospector this turn. Pass the turn. Next turn, we're going to 10 Street Dodger and Prospector. 2 shocks, huh? All right. Prospector. 10 Street Dodger. Swing in for 2. And pass the turn. If they go to kill any of our stuff, we will probably just shock face. All right, gates. Interesting. This could mean because it's just a 5-color deck. Is actually my assumption here. Fanatical Firebrand, swing in for 4. And pass the turn. It's not worthwhile using Clamor Shaman just yet by sacking a creature. So we're just going to keep swinging for 4. 4 damage a turn is quite a bit. Let's, they're just going to take a shock. It looks like they're kind of just digging for land, maybe. Clamor Shaman's not really worth taking. Shock, I didn't want to spend a goblin to get in 2 more points of damage now. Yeah, it does take a shock. Another Gateway Plaza. All right, let's just pass to my turn. All right, play land, I should have used the shock then. Clamor Shaman with Riot. And haste. Swing in. Down to 9 and pass the turn. Could not play Sulfur Falls, so hopefully they don't have like a Fiery Cannonade or something else here. We're just hoping that we can finish off the game. Light up the stage is amazing. Let's go ahead and swing in. Justice Strike there. Let's go ahead and sacrifice a goblin to add mana. Sacrifice here. And we will use that to shock. Down to 3, and let's light up the stage with Spectacle. And we can play just about anything here. So we do have the Lightning Strike for game. Yes! So because we have the Skirk Prospectors as well, we could have, if we didn't have mana, we could have played some other stuff. So anyway, that worked really well. Up against Nerix. Bring it on, Nerix. And this deck has been really fun. This is a little bit awkward though. We have to hit mana to make this even worthwhile. We do draw Oh, I'm going to keep it because we have Krenko, and Krenko is my favorite card ever. You know, it's a pretty good reason to keep it. All right, Fanatical Firebrand swinging in. Down to 19. Let's see what we're playing against here. Is it mono black? No. What you got? What you got? Tormenting Voice. And a Galta Jund something or other. This might be a Reanimator deck. Ooh, that's scary. All right, let's... 10th Street Dodger. No third land yet. We are going to need that to finish out this game, I think. Heartfire is going to be useful as well. Let's go ahead and pass the turn. Please Mountain. I'm feeling in my gut that this is like a Reanimator deck, which is going to be pretty rough. Yeah, everything that discards stuff. So they're purposely trying to discard things to the graveyard. All right, passing my turn. We want to light up the stage here. So let's go ahead and let's kill here. Swing in. We want to hit land. It's the most important part. So land, no. Light up the stage number dos, yes. There's a land. All right, mountain, and we have a land for next turn and pass the turn. Perfect. Cavalcade of Calamity is amazing, and yeah, I think that, man, we took too long to start setting up our pieces, so we'll see if we can actually finish out the game. Cavalcade of Calamity is what we would need, though, to still have a chance late game, because we can just kind of turn a clock really, really quickly. Turn a corner? I don't know what I'm trying to say. Gets rid of a bedevil. Okay. All right, passes my turn. All right, mobilize district. Let's go. We want to play the Cavalcade of Calamity, so we need to play that. Let's go for Goblin Instigator. And swing in with Dodger. For 2. Down to 14. If we find land, we're definitely going for Siege Gang Commander. We're also swinging for 6, and we have a Heartfire. If we find another Heartfire, we actually have lethal. Ooh. Yeah, Heartfire, dude, it's so good. Alright, Ilharg. Alright, land for Siege Gang is also not bad at all. You can also just make him be able to dodge, swing in, and play Krenko or a Legion War Boss. We also have to not be dead next turn. Let's go for Siege Gang Commander. Because if they can't kill us, then we have lethal with Siege Gang Commander, is what I'm thinking. So let's go ahead and go for the Siege Gang Commander. We will go ahead and swing in with 10th Street Dodger with everything, although this will most likely be hit. All right, Boxer, this way we do have 5 toughness to be blocking if they do bring out a Galta or something really big to kill us. We have a chance to block and survive. And we probably will just kind of block with Siege Gang Commander and be fine because we have the Heartfire anyway. And this should be enough to keep us at lethal. We'll see what he's going to swing in here with Ilharg. It has to be something trampoly because we have plenty of chump blockers. This Bond of Revival and gets out something else. Nice. What? Nice. All right, so how many? This is 18 plus 7, we're at 20. So we have to block. If we block 5, it's not enough. Oh, man, he has exactly enough even through our blockers. Yeah, good game. So we had 5 toughness to block with, and he had 26 damage. So he would have had enough, or I guess, yeah, 25 damage exactly. So we would have been dead anyway. Oh, that was amazing, but oh, that was rough. Ooh, can we keep the one-lander against Savage Wombat? We have the light up the stage, so yes, we could. We'll see how this goes. We are on the play, so 10th Street Dodger, swing in. Hopefully it survives so we can use this light up the stage. And I think we will still go for light up the stage even if we find land this turn. Don't kill it. Duress. Oh, gonna take the light up the stage. Yep, absolutely. We do hit land though. Land is amazing. Get out Goblin Instigator. Swing in for 1. Down to 16. Esper. Never a fan of Esper. Takes Legion War Boss. Well, we're gonna go ahead and maybe we should have held back actually. If they have the Cry of Canarium in hand, we're just gonna scoop. There's no real way back at this point. We might try for 1 draw just to see if they like don't have enough land or something. But yeah, this looks like Cry of the Canarium. Deputy of Detention. They can actually only take 1 thing. And I feel like Clamor Shaman would have been better. Land is annoying. Let's go ahead and pay there. Gonna swing in. Actually, we didn't have to pay anyway because we have the Clamor Shaman. Right. Down to 7. Pass the turn. We can Shock Face. Ooh, Basilica Bellhaunt. Alrighty. Oh, that's annoying. Discard the mountain. Alright, passes my turn. Cavalcade of Calamity. This, oh man, this is so close to lethal now. Alright, so Deputy is able to block something. Swing in. We have the shock to go face. And we just hope they don't have any other life gain here. Down to 3. We're going to fire it off now just in case they have an absorb or something like that. So down to 1. The issue is that they now know that we have lethal. Gains 3 more life. Boo. Alright. 10th Street Dodger does 2 damage a turn. Let's go ahead and swing. We'll just swing with 10th Street. Down to 3, down to 2, pass the turn. Don't have more life gain. It's just rude to have too much life gain, my friend. Hostage Taker. For the love. All right, Heartfire. Give me Heartfire. We're still in the game. We are definitely still in this game. But we have to stop drawing lands. Have to stop drawing lands. No attacks. Pass the turn. Ten Street Dodger. Yep. He plays it. Deputy of Detention. Oh. Now we have to, if we draw a Heartfire, we don't have a creature to play with. And we're dead next turn. So what do we find? Skirk Prospector. Yay. And that's a good game. Oh my goodness. That was rough. We had so many draws that helped us win the game there, and we just did not find any of them. And they just happened to have 6 life gain at that point, which was pretty ridiculous. Up against Lucas Silva Sarro. Bring on Lucas. And this is exactly the hand that we want. Some things to hope for. A lot of our early game awesomeness that we love. We're going to go ahead and bring down our Fanatical Firebrand first. And pass the turn. This way we have some removal for a Lava Runner, or not a Lava Runner, Pyromancer is the word. All right, pass to my turn. He has burn whenever he wants it. Let's go ahead and let's get down both 10th Street Dodgers. Hopefully they don't have a Goblin Chain Whirler. A Whirly guy would be very bad. It's always really bad for our deck. We do have Legion War Boss to kind of get back in the game, but let's go ahead and try getting in some points of damage. He taps down now instead of blocking. Oh, opponent, that's the shame scoop right there. Oh, I'm so sorry, opponent. Yeah, so you have to block first and then you can ping. I'm not sure if 1 point of damage was enough to not to shame scoop, but okay. We will take it. And we're gonna call it there, actually. All right, so there you guys have it with Goblin Calamity, and the deck is super fun. It is all in on aggro type of deck with a little bit less versatility than your typical mono red. So if you're going for competitiveness, go for the basic mono red, but everyone will hate you. If you want to play something fun and everyone will love you, play Cavalcade Goblin Calamity instead. Anyway, that's at least that's how it feels nowadays, right? If you ever play mono red, people are like, oh, you're the worst. Anyway, but this deck is super fun. It went 3-2. That last game kind of counted, I guess. And in testing, this deck has done really well for me as well. It's just a really fun deck. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe, all that stuff, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks so much, and bye-bye.